I was supposed to be starting my new job this Monday, and it is now Friday, and I have not started. I didn't start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today Friday. I'm at home. Clearly, it don't look like I've been to work today. It don't look like I've been to work all week, probably. And that's true. It ain't no probably. I haven't went to work all week. As a matter of fact, I haven't went to work in 3 weeks. I started shadowing for this job back in December. I want to say around the beginning of December. I was doing a lot of shadowing, and then we had a 2-week break for winter break, because we're going on we go by the school schedule, and I was supposed to officially start on Monday. Well, we had a snowstorm and schools closed for Monday.
And then they ended up closing for Tuesday, and then ended up closing for Wednesday, and then ended up closing yesterday, Thursday, and now closing again today, Friday.
Because it ended up snowing again. And yeah, my son's back there yelling something at me. So I haven't went to work in 3 weeks. This is what it looked like outside. This is what it's looking like outside right now. You probably can't see. It's still snowing, but it's very light now. Earlier it was heavier. The flakes were thicker, and you can see it's just piles of snow piled up. Yesterday, these footprints, you could see those a lot better. So the fresh snow is kind of covering up the footprints. The street is getting kind of covered up, so it's not too many cars driving by or driving out, period, in this. I have been able to work on projects, creative projects, my poetry, videos, journaling, things with my son, just brainstorming ideas down and structuring those ideas out. I have been able to do a lot of things that I wouldn't have been able to do if the weather was clear and I actually started work this week on Monday. And as a matter of fact, what time is it? Today is Friday. It's 7 o'clock. I would have just gotten home about 2 or 3 hours ago. I probably wouldn't even be doing this video right now. I could have been doing a video, but it wouldn't have been this. It would have been a regular journal entry, if even that. I had to look and see what my son was doing. I start hearing some little noise. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this right now if I had just got off work a couple hours ago. I would be wanting to chill and relax. So right now, I just realized today, actually, that it is January 10th, and I've been mentioning that I wanted to complete this journal by the 11th, because that's when I started this journal last year. So I started this January 11th, 2024, and I wanted to complete it January 11th, 2025, because I only have a little bit of pages left, but through me and my son getting sick and just everything going on with me getting back into work and everything, I got pushed back on that. And then a few days ago when I was journaling, I was like, all right, I'll still be on track. I'll still be able to get it done. I don't know what happened between a few days ago and now, but I got one day, today and tomorrow, to fill up. I probably got 10 plus pages left in this journal, so that's not going to get done. I'm not going to complete this by tomorrow. I'm still going to have pages left, but it will get done in January. So my last entry was Monday, January 6th, and this was my longest entry in this journal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pages. I usually do maybe 2, maybe 3. So this was the longest one. And then I just never came back from Monday the 6th. I don't know what I was doing all that time, but I was supposed to be filling up these pages. What I am going to do, though, is try to fill up a couple of pages before tonight is over with. Like I said, it is currently 7 p.m. It's 7:21 to be exact. I'll try to fill out 2 to 3 pages, and then tomorrow as well, 2 to 3 pages. And this will be what I have left to fill up for January. And it seems like a whole lot, but it's really not. I write kind of big anyways, so I'll be able, as long as I fill up 2 to 3 pages each day, then I'll be able to complete this, even if I miss a couple of days, but I'm going to try not to miss any more days. And you can see the first page here, Thursday, January 11th, 2024, 1:11 p.m. So I was going to even do that tomorrow. I was going to try to start at 1:11 p.m. on that journal entry. These are just pages from a book that was spread outside. I was taking a walk to the park one day and they was just spread out on the ground. Like somebody just randomly threw the book out in the streets or tore the pages out and just randomly, decided to throw them like that or something. I don't know what the case was, but it caught my eye and I bent down, picked them up. I was recording. A man, he rolled by and was like, "What you doing?" I got a whole video on it, so you can check that video out. I'll link it. Now, aside from my journaling, I have also, my son is 1 year old. He'll be 2 in February. And we've just started a journal for him. So this is my son's journal that we just started. He's 22 months right now. So it'll be 22 to 24 months because he'll be 2 at the end of February. And then I want to start an actual journal when he turns 2. I wanted to start it for this one, but with the stores being closed and everything, it was hard to get the materials that I was trying to get to do this. So I had to get what I could get and work with what I got. So basically I just took, this is like watercolor paper. I don't think it's actually watercolor paper, but you can use it for if you wanted to paint or draw or whatever. And it was in a whole sketchbook, but I just tore pages out, folded them up to make a booklet, stapled them, and I put tape around the edges so the staples wouldn't be like poking through and stuff. And this is the cover page that me and my son did. I just held his hand while we wrote the title, and then he scribbled on it these little green scribbles or whatever. He chose the green colored pencil and colored on there. And then I took his hand again and drew the stars and the little circles. And then he put the stickers where he wanted. Well, I guided him as well, but he put the stickers down. And he also tore this part right here, so I wrote that there. And then on this page, I kind of wanted it to be like a actual book. So the back, I'm going to have like an actual book. Let me show the back of a book here. So putting like what's going to be inside the journal, what the journal was about. And then the inside page, I was going to do something for that, but I just let him scribble, do some little artwork. And then this was our little lesson plan or whatever, lesson for the day, our activity for the day. Was the All About Me page for the first page. We just put the shows and stuff that he likes, and I let him do some more artwork down there. The actual lesson, or what would I call this? Activity, not really an activity, or the worksheet or whatever for the day here. But we're gonna do it weekly right now. Letter of the week, A. A is for apple. And again, we wrote the letters holding his hand to let him write it. Color of the week, red. We did some scribbles with red. Shape of the week, a circle, because that's like the shape of an apple. And that's the shape that he knows right now. He knows star too, but we'll get to star on another day. But he knows circles, so we're going to have that be the shape of the week. We did a big circle and a small circle, but he wanted to keep doing it, so we did some more. And then this was the numbers of the week. Instead of just doing 1, I decided to do 1 and 2 so that we could do like an activity with counting, like 1, 2, 1, 2. So it wouldn't just be 1. Like I said, I'm gonna be learning along the way, so I'll be adjusting things along the way as well. And me with my new job and me learning how to plan things out and structure things out, working on timing and all of those things is gonna help me be able to help my son better and help myself with the things that I'm trying to do for myself. So we also have, this is the song. We listened to a song for the day. It was letter A song, Gracie's Corner. And he was doing the ah sound is the part of the song where it goes, ah, 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 ah. And then he did that. For shows, I just went on YouTube and typed, I don't remember what I typed, Apple lessons for toddlers or something like that. Apple videos for toddlers. And we watched those, and he really liked those. He was really engaged with it as well. When they were showing the apples, he was saying apple. He was acting like he was biting the apple. He was saying, good, and stuff like that. For the book, we haven't read it yet, but we're going to read The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And then for play, we was just doing these, basically what we was doing with the numbers, sorting through colors though, with the boxes. And he also had a circle. There was like a yellow circle that we had. I can't find it right now, but we had a yellow circle that we was emptying into each of the buckets as well. And he had a fun time with that. And that distracted him while I was able to fill in this portion as well and the notes. So for my notes, I just put that he enjoyed coloring and drawing, saying circle. He says the letter R, the letter A, apple. He pointed to the apple. He was able to point to the apple. So identify an apple on a page or just in general. And he enjoyed watching the apple picking videos. And we're also going to eat an apple here in a minute. I'm going to go get an apple, cut it up and everything, and we're going to eat that for a snack. And yeah, this page is going to be for tomorrow. So basically, I am starting these journals for my son. So I got journals for myself, and now I'm going to start these journals for my son. And what I like about doing these for my son is, of course, it's going to help him with his development. Of course, we're going to be doing things involving our fine. He just fell off his bike. He ain't cried though, so I guess he's all right. You okay? Okay. We're going to be doing things that will help him with his fine and gross motor skills. So like the little play that we did today with these little boxes and emptying the little yellow circle into each other. That was a fine motor activity. So then with gross motor activities, it could have been like with the song, we could have been dancing to the letter A song. Like if he's running around in a circle or jumping up and down, singing the song, then that would be something for like gross motors. So of course, these things is going to help with that. It's going to help him with, holding an object, a utensil to write, draw, and color with. We're gonna, get get color coordinated, learning our colors and everything. He does say the colors, but he can't identify them yet. So the colors I've heard him say so far is red, yellow, blue, orange, and green. Oh, he said purple too. But I don't know if I've heard him say like brown, white, pink. Haven't heard him say those colors yet. But his favorite toys, he loves cars and stuff. He has this cup with this car on there. So we also use this to say red car. Red car. And you could also point to the wheels and do the circular motion for a circle. So it's good to have like materials and stuff out to where that you can reference them. So, and especially because he's a toddler, their attention spans are really short. So once I saw that he was, getting over the whole journaling and everything and wanting to play with his toys and move around and do other things, then you move along with them. So he moved on to these and didn't want to do coloring and drawing and all that no more. So then I shifted my gears over to what he was interested in. So he picked these out. So I'm like, okay, since the color of the week is red, we have this red box right here. So we can use this to reference the color red. And then we also had the yellow circle thing. So I used that to reference circle. And then we did for colors, okay, you see, this is red, but now we have a different color here. This is different than our red one. Or if he was interested in his cup, oh, okay, you want your cup now? Oh, your cup has a red car on it. We also was messing with the marker. So when he picked up the red marker, oh, your marker has a red top. And then we put the red top into the red bucket. Now, what I like about it is it's basically like documentation, or it may not be the word I'm trying to think of right now, but he'll be able to look back on it. As long as we keep it in good condition. I wish this was laminated, but that's why I want to get an actual journal when we go, like when he turns 2, I'm going to get an actual journal. But we're going to try to preserve this the best way we can. So years from now, even when he's 5 years old, if we still have it, he can look at this when he's 5 years old and be like, oh my gosh. You know how kids are. They'll look at something and be like, I wrote that. Quick story time. So my sister was showing my niece this old video of her when she was younger. She was saying some bad words and she was like, you know, like they be shocked and surprised seeing themselves younger doing something. Just having something like that for him to look back on. Schools, sometimes they have like show and tell, or you do like, I don't know if they still do it or not. I ain't been to school in a while now. But if they have any projects where you can bring in stuff from when he was younger, or he could bring in this, even just for me and his dad to look back on, as long as we preserve this 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, we can pull this out ourselves to look back on it and compare it to, you know, when he's 10, 15 and all that. Like, you did this when you was 1 and 2 years old. Now look what you're doing at 5, 10, and 15 and 20 years old. So it's just going to be nice to have those collections of journals for myself, but also my son as well now. Especially as he does get older and is able to draw and write more things, and just see, like, if you ask him to draw his family, like draw me and his dad or something, just to see how he would draw that. I can't wait for those moments. I can't wait. This first one, I combined it, so it's learning and art journal. But once we move forward, once he turns 2, we'll probably just do it until he's maybe like 7 years old or so, because I feel like around that age, that's when kids start wanting to do their own thing. Like, so by like 7, 8 years old, he probably ain't gonna want to be interested in journaling and art journals and stuff like that. Hopefully he is. I don't know. Hopefully he is, and hopefully by, you know, introducing it to him now, then it'll be something that is in routine for him and something that he enjoys doing, something that he learns that he can do to, I don't know, like calm himself down or just get those creative juices flowing, just get some type of creativity out, get some type of energy out of him. He's over here trying to mess with stuff off the table and all that. But like, just as far as the journals, I want to have a separate one when he turns 2 for learning, and then one for art journal. The art journal, I'll have it structured a little bit. Like, some days we'll pick what type of art project we're going to be doing, or what type of like what he's going to be coloring. Like, one of the days the art project might be an apple type of artwork project, like coloring an apple or gluing red pieces on the shape of an apple to fill it in, to color it in or whatever, something like that, or finger painting apples. And then most of it, I want it to be just like free art. So just give him different days, you know, give him markers, different days, give him crayons, different days, give him stuff to glue, and just let him, you know, have at it and see what he does. And then over time, being able to look back on it, like, this is where he started at, a lot of scribbles and stuff. Now this is where we at. We got, you know, he's drawing actual shapes now, using a variety of colors that, what's the word or phrase, like when you're able to identify the color to what it's supposed to be, like a tree is green. Well, I guess a tree can be different colors too, but like an apple is red, green, or yellow. Or apple is usually not going to be purple. So he'll just be able to do things like that. But I also want to structure my journals out a little more as well, because I've got a lot of journals that I need to start filling up. So I'm trying to figure out like how I can plan out how I'm going to use my journals for different things. Because I don't just want to use them strictly to just write everything out and just free write or whatever, write whatever's on my mind. I have my art journal that I need to get back into, because I be using that probably a couple times every year. So I have my art journal. I might do like a poetry journal, my own type of learning journal for things that I'm interested in improving my skills on. I don't know, that'll just be a thing. Scrapbook journal, junk journal. I've got all these magazines, stuff I want to cut out and just paste into some stuff. So yeah, I need to get these journals filled up and stop buying them if I'm not going to be using them. Actually, now that I'm looking at these journals side by side, it's funny because my son ripped this page on his journal on the cover, and then I accidentally ripped my page on this. Or did my son actually do this? I know my son did a page like this in my journal that I wrote. I put a little note that he tore a page in my journal on one of these pages. But now I'm kind of thinking about it. I said I ripped this page, but now I'm kind of thinking, nah. I think you ripped that page.
You.
Yeah, I think you did that. Oh, no, see, now we over here ripping. I'm glad that was just the back page. I'm going to have to put some little tape on that. Because I was just talking about how we need to preserve this. Watch this video if you haven't already. It's a video about how you can come up with prompts if you're having a writer's block.